sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
So we are truly honored that you guys took the time to come and visit us here. All right, it's really a great honor. And for that, we would like to thank Andrew here. You were the instigator of this whole thing, which is wonderful. Thank you so much for better for us. Unfortunately, Mrs. Agumi couldn't be here with us because she had to accompany a delegation from the Board of Education to Senegal. So, but she sends her love, obviously, and she's with you, but you know, in spirit. Okay, and it's also for me a great pleasure to see you guys here. And I must say that I'm feeling a bit nostalgic today because maybe you don't know it, but I mean, I studied in Winnipeg and I taught at McGill. Who's from Winnipeg here? Nobody from Winnipeg? Okay. Nobody goes to Winnipeg. Or should I say Winterpeg? Okay. And I also taught for 9 years at McGill University. Okay? So, I'm really happy to see you guys here and hope we all stay in touch. Now, we're also, don't get excited now, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. We're also very honored to welcome the author, Mrs. Dima Druby, who is here to present her novel, La Sultane du Caire. Dima Druby has diverse cultural backgrounds, a French national. She was born in Beirut. Everybody knows where Beirut is? Okay, good. Her father's family is from the city of Homs and in Syria, and that of her mother from Aleppo, which everybody knows about today, right? And it's really a sad thing about Aleppo. This fertile mixture seems to have been conducive to stimulate the imagination of this young lady, married to a Moroccan. She divides her time between Paris and Casablanca. And La Sultane du Caire is her first novel. Released in February 2016, the novel focuses on the last 48 hours of the life of, now watch it, the pronunciation is going to be very bad, Shajarat et Or, which means the tree of precious stones. The only female sultana in the history of Arab Muslim empires. Okay? My name is Jean-Pierre, and I teach both marketing and management here at ESIS. Okay? And it's a pleasure to welcome you here. And now I'll give the floor to Andrew.
All right, well, thank you very much for having us here today. It is my pleasure to be with you, and the pleasure of the Canadians to come to your school as well. We want to thank especially Mr. and Mrs. Agrumi for opening their school to us, and for all of you students for receiving us and for doing all this for us. And thank you, Jean-Pierre, as well. And I just want to just appreciate ESIS for their work here in Casablanca, and I really look forward to continuing our partnership together. So I'll turn it over to the Canadians who are going to make a presentation about Canada, and then you'll get a chance to learn a little bit about their country.
Assalamu alaikum.
Very good.
And I'm in Canada and speak to Evelyn. Bisharfin. So yeah, we're actually all from Canada. This is our flag right here, you can see. This here is actually a maple leaf, and we're very excited to tell you a bit more about Canada today. And so you'll hear a little bit, we'll introduce each one of our names and where we're from and which university as well. So I studied at UBC, University of British Columbia in Vancouver in Canada, and I studied psychology and English. And wanted to first tell you a little bit about, well, maybe one question first. Is there anything interesting that you know about Canadian culture or people that you know? Maple syrup? Yes. people have about Canada. So just to clarify, we do not live in igloos, and we do not ride polar bears to go to school, anything. Although maybe in Winnipeg, I don't know. It's very cold in some places. So we do have a lot of snow in some places, but other places like where I'm from, we maybe only get 1 week of snow. So there's a very great diversity of like climate and weather, and also diversity, as you can see, like many different ethnic backgrounds as well that are represented. So we're a very diverse culture as well. And so, yeah, and in Canada, we like to wear these things. I didn't get a chance to bring it. We call it, I teach you one word, it's called a toque. So it's like spelled T-O-Q-U-E, and it's basically a hat that we wear, and it's like a woolly hat, and we call it a toque. So it's a very Canadian term that we use. And so after that, I'll let Maddie tell us about the geography a bit more.
Assalamualaikum. Speaking Maddie, and I go to Mount Royal University in Calgary, Alberta, and I study health science. So this is Canada. We are the second largest country in the world. Does anybody know where our capital is? Yeah, Ottawa, right there in Ontario. So yeah, we've got 10 provinces and 3 territories, which are up here. So our climate is really diverse. Here are some of the seasons, but we have, in summer, we have just really nice mountains, I guess, and mountains are located more in BC, so towards the west side of Canada. They're one of the, they're really large mountains. They're probably the biggest, one of the biggest in the world. This is a picture of fall. It's more of the flatlands, and that's more in the middle of Canada. Towards the east, we have our ocean. And then this is just winter. We get lots of snow. So these are things we like to do in the winter. We love skiing, snowboarding, and sledding.
Assalamualaikum. Smithy, Jeremy. So one of the most interesting facts about Canada is that it is very culturally diverse. Or we describe it as being multicultural. So as you can see, there's lots of cultures represented even in our team. So yeah, one of the most multicultural cities in the world is Toronto, and that's where I'm from. Anamed, Toronto. So, Ms. Sharpie.
Salam alaikum. Smithy Ryan. I'm also from Toronto. I study music at York University. And like it says, actually, as Jeremy said, it's very diverse in culture, but also in religion. So we actually have all sorts of religions in Canada and Toronto, all over the place. So we have things like, we have religions such as Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, and also a lot of people who don't identify with any religion. So they say they're agnostic or atheist. So we have lots of mosques, lots of churches, lots of temples, Jewish temples and stuff like that, as well as synagogues. So a whole bunch of diverse range. But I think one of the most interesting things about Canada is that people are all free to choose whatever religion they want. There's no pressure to really conform to anything specific, but people are free to think and find out what they believe about God themselves. So, yeah.
Awesome. So, salam alaikum. It's Amanda. I'm studying science and business at University of Waterloo, and I'm going to be talking to you about food. So, personally, I'm a foodie, which means I love eating. In Canada, we have lots of famous foods, such as the bagel, which is great, especially popular in Montreal. As well, maple syrup, which you guys thought of. It's really great on pancakes and waffles, and as well we have specific sugar shack buildings where you can try the syrup straight from the tree, and it's really, really delicious. As well, we have a dish called poutine.
You should really explain what this is. Oh my
God. So it's a mixture of French fries with cheese and gravy all together, and sometimes you can get it with even meat and other types of foods as well.
Assalamu alaikum. Smiti, let me well. I'm glad to be here. Glad to meet all of you guys. So this is one of our more popular cafes in Canada. This is our pride and joy. We love this place. Tim Hortons, a Canada-based cafe. We sell coffee, different kind of espresso drinks, donuts, home-style sandwiches, and Timbits, which is like the center of the donut. It's really good. You should try it. It's always in competition to start with.
Assalamu alaikum. Smiti Joanne. I study economics and accounting at Wilfrid Laurier University. And these are one of the most famous Canadian musicians. Can you guys name some of them? So do you know who this is? Who?
Michael Bublé.
Yeah! And?
The Indian. No, he's coming up. He's growing. Yeah. He's changed.
So these are, we're very proud that they're Canadian and hear them all over the world. And these are also some famous Canadian actors. Can you guys name them? You know who this is? Rachel. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, she's most famous for acting like The Notebook, if you guys know the movie, or The Vow. This is Jim Carrey. Oh, I should have guessed him. Like The Mask, Dumber and Dumber. You know who this is? Yes, he's most famous for Deadpool. And do we know who that is? No. She is a Moroccan-Canadian actress. So her parents immigrated from Morocco to Montreal, part of Canada, and her name is Emmanuelle Shariki. So she's very famous in terms of like television shows and movies.
Awesome. Salam alaikum. Smiti Lu. And I study civil engineering at Queen's University, and I'm from Peterborough, Ontario. As you can see, as you may know, Canada is famous for hockey. It is our pride and joy. We're crazy about hockey, and we're the best at it. Right. And we also, lacrosse is another sport that we play a lot of. It was actually created by the Aboriginal people of Canada. And yeah.
Alright, so I'm Smiti Matthew. And so I study at Ryerson University in downtown Toronto. I study graphic communications management. And so while hockey is a popular sport in Canada, these two sports, both basketball and baseball, are growing in Canada. Is there any people that are here that are fans of basketball, baseball? Okay, come on. Okay, but yeah, actually both these teams, both our basketball team, the Toronto Raptors, and our baseball team, the Toronto Blue Jays, have actually just been very successful, and actually they're becoming a more popular sport in Canada. So it's not uncommon to see people on the streets playing basketball, or to see people at a baseball field playing baseball just in their free time.
Okay, so I want to ask you guys some questions. My name is Smiti Sana. I'm from I go to Queen's University. I study psychology and chemistry as a double major type deal. And I go to Queen's, to the same university as Luke Jenkins, who studies civil engineering. And so I want to do a little bit of a comparison and see how much are things here versus how much are things in Canada. You'll see why a lot of us would rather live here, to be honest. So I want to ask, how much is it to take the tram here? How many dirhams? 7 dirhams? In Canada it would be 28 dirhams to take the tram. One trip. 28 dirhams in Canada. How much would chicken nuggets